Mahatma Gandhi said that the greatness of a nation is known from the way it treats its animals. Most people in this world today, instead of eating to live, people live to eat only. Medical research has found out today that meat eating is very harmful for health. You can read medical journals and you'll find a lot of literature over there. A vegetarian diet is considered as more healthy than a non-vegetarian diet. In fact, our very body that we have, it is not suitable for meat eating. See, front teeth, we have flat front teeth, not sharp ones, like carnivorous animals, to tear flesh. So our teeth are not right. Then again, the digestive juices, they are not for digesting meat. And then again, as compared to animals, human beings have longer intestines. So what happens is that food remains in our body for a longer time and produces harmful toxics. Therefore, many people, even in the medical profession, advise us to stick to vegetarian food because it's healthier for us. However, it is due to our wrong eating that in spite of so much progress in medical science, people are suffering from all sorts of diseases and at a very young age. So many young people are suffering from heart problems. This is all due to, of course, stressful life is there, but definitely the wrong kind of food. Junk food is so popular. All these colas, all these fat foods, smoking, drinking, all this is leading to heart attacks. And in fact, it's the #1 killer disease today. 36% of the people today die of heart attacks. You will never hear of an animal dying of a heart attack. Ask a doctor of animals, a veterinary, and he'll tell you that. There's a possibility that an animal could die of a heart attack if he is in the care of a human being, but not otherwise. So, we human beings, we have brains, the gift of knowledge, so we can do anything. And we are doing all sorts of wrong things. Food is no longer, even fresh food is no longer natural. You know, all the harmful pesticides, fertilizers, it's become artificial. You don't get the same amount of vitamins that we used to get once upon a time because of what we have done to it whilst it's growing. And therefore, what happens is, now a new industry is coming up, has come up, not coming up. They sell organic food and they make money. And not only that, we feed even animals wrong food, unnatural food. You all must have heard of mad cow's disease. This is all human brains. Feeding those animals wrong food. So we can see that as far as eating is concerned, we have definitely fallen. We are worse than animals. Even saints tell us, look after your body. This body is a means. It's special. Special not only for you to attain your spiritual goal, you need a healthy body even to live in this world. Lord Krishna warns Arjuna, Yuktahara viharascha yukta teshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavavodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. 6th chapter, 17th verse. Arjuna, one must have right food, right amount of sleep, and one must indulge in the right action, or else one has to suffer the consequences. Even saints tell us again and again that we must try to have the right food, which they refer to as sattvic food. A healthy diet is not only going to help us in living in this world, but right food also has an impact on the mind. We never think of it that way. We think food is only for this physical body, but mind you, food is divided, the food that we eat, it gets divided into 3 parts. One part goes to make blood, muscle, bone, etc. And one part is thrown out as waste product. And the subtle part of food goes to make your mind. We can see that even in life around. Look at the nature of animals that eat meat, carnivorous animals. And look at the nature of cows and sheep. You can see the difference. So food has an impact on the mind itself, and that's why the saints try to teach us not only spiritual wisdom, but also about right kind of eating. But we totally ignore them, and what do we say to them? Look, I'm not a renunciate like you are. I'm a worldly person. Why should I eat like you do? I'm here to enjoy life. Okay, enjoy it. We are negligent, and after some time what happens? We end up with a lot of problems. Go to the doctor tells you, you've got 3 fatal problems. What is it? You have 2 blocked arteries, you have high BP, you also have diabetes. And all these 3 together are very dangerous. You can end up with a stroke any day. You'll lose your life. What do I do then? Well, you'll have to change your habits. Okay, tell me, I will do that. Well, firstly, you'll have to start eating right food. Let most of your food be boiled. Yes, doctor. No more smoking. Yes, doctor. No more drinking. Yes, doctor. No more sleeping late, parties, late nights. Yes, doctor. Go for a walk every day. Yes, doctor. We've got a yes now. This medical doctor can change a person into a yogi very quickly, but saints fail. We don't listen to them. Sri Maharaji, my spiritual master, he sets a very good example in this respect. He has a very regulated, balanced, healthy diet. And unlike us, we want a change in food every day. But he has the same kind of food every day, because for him to have a balanced diet with all the right vitamins, proteins is important. So he has the same food day in and day out without getting bored. In fact, people who cook for him, they get bored of cooking the same thing. And not only that, we don't keep to a schedule. Of course, sometimes we have to if we are working. But many a times, eating late, eating any time, but he is very strict, very punctual. Breakfast, lunch, dinner is at the dot of time. Not only that, he chews every morsel of his food almost 32 times. Try doing that. I tried, and I found it quite painful. So long to chew one morsel, and by the end of it, food doesn't have any taste, and you're tired, and you have half the amount of food that you would normally have. Actually, that's the purpose. Even saints tell us. One saint said that whenever you have a meal, eat that much that if somebody offers you food again, you can eat more. That means keep your stomach empty. That's very, very important. What happens is, if we like some kind of food, we overeat. And if we don't like food, then we eat little. But he eats the same. And chewing the food is important. Many a times when he watches other people eating, he said that to me once. I would gulp my food quickly, wanting to spend some time with him. And he said to me, don't you know that the stomach doesn't have any teeth? Chew your food properly. I remember his beautiful words of advice to me when I was 20 years. He said to me, he was trying to tell me that I should try to eat the right kind of food and look after myself. So he said, you know, when a person is young, you can eat any amount of wrong food without feeling any problems physically at that time. But mind you, that doesn't mean there is no problem. Because what happens is, when we eat wrong food, the wear and tear is going on inside. We cannot see it or feel it when we are young. But after the age of 35, he said to me, talk to me then you'll know. Suddenly you have an ulcer in the stomach, or you have a damage in the liver or something or the other. It's pretty surprising that normally we would expect saints to tell us about the importance of believing in God. But he said to me, the greatest fool is one who does not know how to look after his body properly. That means have a healthy diet. And next is the person who does not believe in God. So we can see from this that human beings, as far as food is concerned, they are getting from bad to worse. They are definitely worse than animals. Let us take up the second point, sleeping. Even here, animals are far better than us. How come? Because firstly, they have very regular time of sleeping. You can hear the birds early in the morning, same time. So the hours are regular and they sleep less than us. They have limited hours of sleep. Besides that, they don't need all the complex arrangements that we do need. We want a comfortable bed, a comfortable pillow, a fan, an air conditioner. Some people need special night clothes. They keep changing into them, then they can sleep comfortably. And then we also need sleeping pills. A lot of people do need that as well in the world, especially advanced countries. And then again, we sleep very irregularly. Sometimes we can hit the bed at 6 o'clock in the evening, and sometimes it can be 10 o'clock at night, and sometimes it can be even 4 o'clock in the morning because we've been watching TV till late or we have been out partying. Even getting up hours, they are most irregular. Hardly many people get up before sunrise. There is a reason for it. It's supposed to be healthy to get up before sunrise, but you won't find many people doing that as Kali Yuga is progressing. So people get up late. If it happens to be a holiday, then you won't find people up before midday. They sleep till 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So sleeping wise as well, we are far worse than animals. Have you ever seen a dog sleeping? Very light sleeper. The slightest noise and the dog opens its eyes. And we can sleep like a log. Thief can come in and steal right from next to your bedside and you won't even know what's happened. Let's come to fear. As far as fear is concerned, animals have only one fear. The fear of being killed by somebody. But even that fear is not so prominent because whether it's dark or light, whether it's night or day, animals move around fearlessly. And what about us? I'm really scared. I'm not going to go that way at this time. But why not? What's wrong? Are you a multimillionaire or something? Do you have plenty of money with you? No. I don't have anything. I have only this cycle. Then why are you scared? Well, somebody can snatch the cycle from me. Even a poor, ordinary man is scared. An animal has only one fear, but we have so many fears. The biggest fear today is terrorism. A bomb blast can be there anywhere, anytime, where you least expect it. Not only that, we have fear of diseases. So many cancer, there's AIDS. These days, even computers have diseases. They have virus. And that also scares us because you lose your data or you can't connect to the internet and all that. There is fear of old age. There is fear of losing money. There's fear of losing jobs. There's fear of defame. And the list is endless. We have so many fears. Lastly, let's come to mating. There are some animals like the cow, buffalo, lion, etc. They mate only once a year. And what about human beings? We are slaves to all the 5 sense desires. And for sense gratification, we kill innocent animals. We kill babies in the womb. Recent statistics shows that in this world, there is an abortion every minute. We hoard, we collect all sorts of material things for our own pleasure. That leads to loss of not only physical health, but also harms our spiritual wealth as well. In spite of all this, we very proudly say, I'm not an animal, I'm a human being. You are not an animal? I'll tell you what we are today. We are sophisticated animals. What we have done is, we have complicated the affairs of eating, sleeping, mating and defense. And we call it culture, sophistication. That is why an American poet, his name is Walt Whitman, he said, I think I could turn and live with animals. Why did he say that? He said because animals, they do not sweat and whine about their condition. And we are always grumbling and murmuring and complaining. I think I don't have the right kind of child. I think I do not have enough money. I think this is a problem with me and blah, blah, blah. We are always groaning and moaning. And not only that, worse. Human beings, they are mugging, they are murdering, they are stealing, they are raping, they are cheating. This is happening only with human beings, not with animals. Once a person wanted to go for a holiday and he wasn't sure, he had a dog as well, he wasn't sure whether the hotel would let his dog also stay with him. So he wrote to the hotel manager that I want to come down for a holiday, but I want to know whether my dog will be allowed as well. The hotel manager wrote back to him and said, in my 30 years of experience as a manager, I have never found a dog getting drunk or hiding bottles of whiskey or stealing forks and spoons or burning my sheets with cigarette butts. So I have absolutely no objection to your dog coming to my hotel. And if your dog wants to bring you along, then I will accept that as well. So we can imagine where we are going to. There are lots of things that animals are better than us. A dog is a faithful animal. No human being can be as faithful as a dog. The dog doesn't care whether you are old, whether you are ugly, whether you are poor, whether you are sick. It will be faithful to you and it will never argue with you. So you see, best companion. More and more people in the West are getting down to having dogs as companions rather than human beings. And dogs are so smart. You will find a well-dressed, educated person walking behind a dog. A dog is walking in front, and this man is walking behind. Why? How come you're walking behind an animal? Well, because I don't have such a sharp sense of smell. I'm looking for a thief. And this dog is going to help me to find the thief. That's why I'm walking behind the dog. Not only that, God has given beauty to animals more than human beings. As it is, we think no end of ourselves. If we had been given beauty, then one can imagine where we would land up. If a person has beautiful eyes, they are compared to the eyes of a deer. Do you ever say, you know, my mother has got eyes like that deer? You never say that. You wouldn't say, that nightingale sings like Lata Mangeshkar. No, you will say, Lata Mangeshkar has a voice like a nightingale. If anybody walks very gracefully, you say, that person has a walk like a swan. So comparison of beauty is made with animals. Now you might be wondering what I'm trying to say. I have been telling you in the beginning of the talk that this human form has been so highly praised, is the rarest of all forms, and even the celestial gods desire to attain human form. And after that, I think you're feeling pretty depressed. Honestly, we are really worse than animals. What's the point of being a human being? I'd rather be an animal, they're better than us. But don't worry. At least we know where we are. We have to find out and get to the bottom of this. Why then is this human form, which is the most complicated, really worse than animal body, but yet it has been highly praised and even desired by celestial gods? We will talk about it in the next talk. Boli Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar